New York has some very weird rules and requirements for business owners, and if you miss a single one, you could end up paying thousands of dollars in fines and fees. In this video, I'll start by covering these important rules and fundamentals as best as I can, and then I'll walk you through the application process to set up your New York LLC online. I'll show you exactly what to type, what to click, and everything in between. So even if you're not great with computers, I'll make sure you can easily follow along. But first things first, what is an LLC? An LLC, or limited liability company, is a business structure that creates a legal separation between you and your business. Think of it like a wall between your personal life and your business. If your business gets sued or runs into debt, your personal assets, your savings, your car, your home are protected. Without an LLC, everything you own is on the line. That wall is called the corporate veil. And the whole point of this video is to make sure you set it up correctly so that wall never gets taken down. But setting up your LLC is only half the job. The other half is maintaining it properly. Because if you don't, an attorney suing you can find cracks in your LLC and pierce that corporate veil, meaning your personal assets are no longer protected. Things like mixing your personal and business finances, not having a proper operating agreement, and not staying on top of your compliance requirements can all create those cracks. LLCs also offer flexibility in how they're managed, different tax options, and the ability to bring in multiple owners called members who can share profits and losses. Now, the first thing you need to do is choose a name for your LLC. And this is more important than most people think. Naming issues are actually one of the most common reasons LLC filings get rejected in New York. So let's make sure you get this right. Your LLC name needs to follow a few rules. First, it must be unique and different from any other existing business name in New York. Second, it must include the words limited liability company, either spelled out in full or abbreviated as LLC. Third, your name cannot make it sound like your business is a government agency or a bank or an insurance company. And fourth, there are certain restricted words you cannot use without special approval. Things like doctor, lawyer, school, or academy all require extra paperwork or specific licenses before you can use them in your business name. To check if your name is available, go to the New York Department of State website and use their searchable name database. It's free and takes about 2 minutes. And if you're struggling to come up with a name, let ChatGPT take care of it. Just enter these 4 rules into ChatGPT and then describe your business and ask it to come up with names for your LLC. By the way, your LLC name doesn't have to be your brand name. You can always set up a DBA or fictitious name that lives underneath your LLC. So your LLC could just be your own name, and then your brand name is something completely separate. This takes a lot of pressure off the naming process. Next, you need to appoint a registered agent. A registered agent is the person or company that receives important legal documents on behalf of your LLC. Things like government notices, tax documents, and legal summons if someone ever sues your business. The word agent might make it seem like some luxury butler service for rich people, but it's actually the bare minimum. It's a strict requirement. In New York, you or another adult member of your LLC who is a legal resident of New York can serve as your own registered agent. But if you don't appoint anyone, the New York Secretary of State automatically becomes your default agent. This convenience, or laziness depending on how you see it, comes with serious downsides. If the Secretary of State is your agent, any legal documents get sent to them first and then forwarded to your business address. That address becomes public record. New York also has a publication requirement, and the county where your registered office address is located determines how much that publication is going to cost you. If your address is in Manhattan, for example, publication costs can run into thousands of dollars. But if you use a registered agent service located in a less expensive county, you can dramatically reduce that cost while still operating your business anywhere in New York City. This one decision alone can save you a ton of money. Now, before we get into the actual setup process, let me walk you through everything that happens after you file, so you know exactly what to expect. After you file your articles of organization, you are not done yet. Like I mentioned, New York has a publication requirement that must be completed before your LLC is officially active. Within 120 days of filing, you must publish a notice of your LLC formation in 2 local newspapers in the county where your LLC is located. One must be a daily paper, and the other must be a weekly paper. The notice must run for 6 consecutive weeks in each paper. After the 6 weeks are up, each newspaper will send you an affidavit of publication. You then submit both affidavits along with a completed certificate of publication to the New York Department of State with a $50 filing fee. The cost of publication varies massively by county. In Manhattan, it can cost anywhere from $1,500 to over $2,000. In smaller counties like Albany, it's a fraction of that. This is exactly why your registered agent choice matters so much in New York. Next is your operating agreement. New York is one of only a handful of states that legally requires LLCs to have one. You have 90 days from the date you file to put it in place. You don't need to send it to the state, but you do need to have it. It should cover ownership breakdown, member rights and responsibilities, how profits and losses are divided, what happens in a dispute, and the process for a member leaving or the LLC being dissolved. Think of it as the rule book for your business, and update it anytime something changes. After that, you need your EIN number. Think of it as your business's social security number. You need it to open a business bank account, hire employees, and file your taxes. Getting one is completely free through the IRS website and takes about 10 minutes. Just make sure you go directly through the official IRS website, because there are a lot of third-party sites out there that will try to charge you for something that is completely free. Once you have your EIN, you can open a dedicated business bank account right away. You might be tempted to just run everything through your personal bank account to save time, but that is a huge mistake. Mixing your personal and business finances is one of the fastest ways to pierce your own corporate veil. And trust me, the few minutes you save now are not worth the thousands of dollars and countless hours you could waste dealing with the consequences later. Personally, I like Airwallex. It works in New York and throughout the US, but it also works really well if you ever plan to do business internationally, send or receive payments in different currencies, or register a business outside the US down the road. It's all online. The exchange rates are great, and it's super easy to use. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check it out. But you can also go with a traditional bank like Bank of America for your US business account. Now, depending on what your business does, you may need licenses at the federal, state, and local level. The SBA website is a great resource for this. You can call your local town clerk to find out what's required locally. And don't forget about business insurance. Some types of insurance are actually required by law in New York, depending on your business type. And even where it's not required, having the right coverage can protect you if things go wrong. There are tons of great companies that offer business insurance. I'll make a dedicated video on this topic soon, so subscribe to my channel if you want to see that video. We're almost done with the background info, and I'm about to walk you through the LLC application process in just a couple of minutes. But right now, we need to talk about every business owner's worst nightmare: taxes. LLCs in New York are pass-through entities by default. This means the LLC itself doesn't pay income tax. The profits pass through to you and get reported on your personal tax return. If you sell physical goods or certain services, you'll need to collect sales tax. The state rate is 4%, but with local taxes added on top, it can be as high as 8% in some areas. And if you have employees, you'll need to handle payroll taxes as well. As your business grows and your income increases, you can elect an S-Corp designation for your LLC, which can significantly reduce your self-employment taxes. It's not something you need to worry about right now, but keep it in mind as your revenue grows. And finally, 2 ongoing compliance requirements to stay on top of. First, file a biennial statement every 2 years with the Department of State. The fee is just $9, and you can do it online. Second, file a beneficial ownership information report with FinCEN within 90 days of formation. It's free to file, but the penalty for missing it is $500 per day. You should put both of these dates in your calendar right now so you don't miss filing them. Now let me show you exactly how to get your LLC set up in New York. For this process, I'll use a service called Taylor Brands. They make it really easy, which is why you can set up your LLC on your own without having to pay a lawyer or accountant. There's a link in the description box. Click that link so you can follow along. The process is very simple and beginner-friendly. First, go to the Taylor Brands New York LLC formation page and click the Get Started button. The website will ask you to enter your desired LLC name. Your business name must be unique and different from other businesses registered in New York, and it must include the words Limited Liability Company or the abbreviation LLC. Certain restricted words like bank, insurance, university, lawyer, or academy may require special approval. Taylor Brands automatically checks whether your name is available in New York before moving forward. After choosing your LLC name, the website will then guide you through a series of questions about your company, such as your business type, address, ownership details, and contact information. Next, Taylor Brands will show different LLC formation packages. These usually range from a basic filing package to more advanced packages. First, enter your personal information, such as your first name, last name, phone number, and any other required contact details. Make sure all the information is accurate, because this will be used for your LLC registration documents. Once everything is filled in correctly, click Next to continue. Now, here you will see the option to get your EIN number. As I mentioned before, an EIN, also known as an employer identification number, is extremely important for your business. It is required to open a business bank account, file taxes, hire employees, and manage your company professionally. Select Get My EIN Number and then click Next. On the next page, you will see the LLC Compliance Service option. This service helps ensure your business stays compliant with state regulations by handling important requirements such as annual report filings and maintaining your company's good standing. It allows you to focus on growing your business while the compliance tasks are managed for you. Select Keep My LLC Compliant and click Next. Now, you will be asked about creating an operating agreement for your LLC. An operating agreement is a very important legal document that establishes the rules, ownership structure, responsibilities, and management of your business. It also helps ensure that you do not miss any important provisions that could protect your LLC in the future. Select Get My Operating Agreement and then click Next. After that, you will see the banking section where they ask whether you already have a business bank account or would like to open one. Since I want a free business bank account, I will select the Free Account option and then click Next to proceed. Finally, you will arrive at the Checkout and Review page. Carefully review your entire application to make sure all the information is correct. If you notice anything that needs to be changed, you can edit it before continuing. Once everything looks good, proceed to the Payment section. The available payment methods include PayPal and debit or credit card options. After completing the payment, your LLC application will be submitted successfully. So that's everything you need to set up your LLC in New York the right way. I'll try to get you guys special discounts whenever possible, so by using the links below, you could save money and also support my channel. Hit that like button if this helped you out, and subscribe so you don't miss the new videos that I'm working on right now. Thanks for watching.